it can be seen that shipbuilding productivity varies from country to country and even within the same country between different companies. Why is this? And what parameters, what factors impact this shipbuilding productivity? I will try to answer these questions for you. As I say, what is productivity? How is it measured? How can it be compared between different companies and different countries? If we cannot answer these questions, we cannot measure our own performance and the performance of our country. Why do we measure our own performance? Because over time, we want to see it improve. There has been a lot of research into productivity in general, and even in shipbuilding in the last 25 years, a strong focus. Basically and simply, as you know, productivity is the amount of output for a certain, or for whatever the amount of input is. The definition is easy. The measurement is not. The input could be materials, the power, electricity used by a company, the use of money, and of course the output is whatever the company produces. Many people like to work with dimensionless measures, and one can quickly say with productivity, if we convert output to money, dollars, and input to dollars, then we have a dimensionless value. The problem is when you're using dollars, you do not know what it includes, and therefore, when comparing, it becomes not a very good measure. There are many methods which are not dimensionless, used in different countries, companies, businesses that are good. The continuing challenge to most companies and countries is improving productivity. Your father said, if you're not growing, you're dying. It's a broad strategic issue. It is of importance to governments, certainly to countries, and more recently using productivity as a measure to individual companies. It's also of interest to workers, because workers, if they are improving productivity, they want to understand how the company uses that. Even though workers should be and are interested in productivity, it is a management responsibility to set and to provide the environment that the workers will improve the productivity. In the 1940s and the 1960s, especially right after World War II, the focus was on producing as much as we could for whatever input we had. It changed in the 1960s and the 1970s. Quantity was not so important as efficiency. Today, the productivity is only a part of what a company needs, its effectiveness. And many people say, right product, right time, right place, and of course the efficiency in producing it. Productivity usually focuses on the direct labor of the workers, and that is important. But it is also important, and some people say more difficult, to focus on the productivity of engineers and of management. And there are ways to do this, but sometimes management does not want to be measured. productivity, which is the easier one to deal with, it is a combination of labour performance, how the workers are working, labour utilisation, how well management utilises the labour, process efficiency, are they using the best processes, are the workers using the machines the correct way, and of course planning effectiveness. And you'll hear me mention this a few times, but the thing that made Japan the shipbuilding leader for so many years, and even still today, is work organization. They perfect work organization. Of the four things I mentioned, only one is controllable by the worker. The other three are the responsibility of management. Research has shown, and I'm repeating myself very quickly, research has shown that the main reason for shipbuilding low productivity was inadequate organization of the work. Design for production. I'll define that a bit later. Design for production. Designing the best way to suit your shipyard, the best way to suit your equipment can help. But if the work to improve the design, the work for the improved design, work organization, is not correct or the best, then the performance improvement through design for production will not be achieved. Again, research into shipbuilding performance has shown that highly productive shipyards are characterized by good work organization, clearly defined objectives and policy, all the way down to the worker. Short build cycles. Now, having said this, you can only have a short build cycle if you have a good order book. It does not make sense to have a short build cycle and then have nothing to do for 6 months or a year. So you must have the order book in order to reach good productivity. In fact, the major thing that results in good productivity is constant and adequate throughput. It is my belief that the minimum throughput a shipyard needs to be able to attain world best productivity is somewhere between 150,000